Okay. Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Nijamana Mukura Sudhari. Good evening, Baranaw. Hello, share na natin yung live video. Full of Master Lay, thank you so much for joining tonight. Yun, dinig na natin yung ano, powered by Coffee the Baby. Teka, share. Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Nijamana Mukura Sudhari Paranaw. Okay, Almaki, good evening. Good evening. Great coffee. Oh, wow. I love your username dahil coffee. Cheers to coffee. Ayan, narinig niyo pa yung coffee ngayon. So, share natin yung live video para marami tayong matulungan tonight. Ay, oo nga pala. Let me share din pala dito. Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Ijamana Mukura Sudhari. Yan. Okay, ay, type ko lang yung ating guidelines for tonight. Okay. Good evening, Grey Coffee. Speaking of coffee. Yan, naririnig nyo pa sa background. May... Ay, hello, Ate Jen. Aba, Ate Jen, Congratulations pala sa'yo. Balitaan ko. Very good. Naka-type ko lang yung ating guidelines. Uy, may mga nagsisend na. Hi, Julia. Uy, hello, Edmond. Good evening din sa iyo, Namaskaram. Maraming salamat for joining. Ayun na. O, syempre, okay, umiingay na uli ang ating inbox. So, go ahead. You know how it is. Fastest finger tayo lagi. Syempre, we are here as much as possible to provide help for everybody. Pero syempre, first come, first serve po tayo for tonight. So, hanggat hindi pa ganun kaingay, well, iingay pa lalo yan later on. But syempre, keep sending in your questions for tonight. I am here to provide free tarot reading for everybody. So, first of all, good evening. Ayun. Hello, Mama. And my mom, my forever supportive Mama. Thank you for always supporting and loving. Love you. Coffee tayo, Mama. Si baby lagi ako pinagtitimpla ng kape. Si Mama nanonood. Yan. Good evening. Good evening. Ay, Mama, tinan mo, may kapangalan ka. Ito, napaka-avid na listener yan, si Maribel. Yan. Tinan mo, Mama, Maribel Mendoza yung name niya. Nag-abot kayo sa session for tonight. Yan. So, ay, shush. Ako, umiingay na ang ating inbox. So, make sure that we already send our questions. Okay, so I love our Tuesday sessions because we've leveled up our Tuesday sessions. Unlike before, we get one card pull every question that you have. Pero ngayon, we will now get 3 cards every question. And it's gonna be very in-depth kasi it gives you an idea of your past energy, what your current energy is, and kung saan papunta yung energies natin. Ay naku, siyempre naman ang ating Sweden representative. So, napaka-global kasi ng reach natin and audience natin. Thank you, Cha, for always joining Tarot Tuesdays. Maraming salamat. Ayan. Okay, so share na natin yung live video, everybody. And please, for all of our viewers for tonight, basta lahagi po tayong manonood, and especially stay until the end of our show. Dahil for all of our viewers and participants for tonight, you are all entitled to join our monthly raffle. So, last week, we have already winners for the Reiki 1 class. Yan, na-enjoy na po nila yung prizes nila. These are the winners from our last month's raffle. Marami na naman tayong chance to win December workshops po ulit. So we're giving away emotional healing classes. We're also giving away crystal work for modern living na classes natin. Meditation and life-changing mantras. Reiki 1 class, yun yung na-enjoy ng ating winners last weekend. And for me, the best na prize is the Vedic astrology reading. And that is really something na ay, Lay, may schedule ka pa ha? So, ayan, naka-schedule tayo. So, yun. So, share na natin yung live video. And again, I'm inviting everybody, every viewer, and every participant for tonight. Please stay until the end of our show. Because again, you're up for some amazing prizes. Marami tayong prizes na ipamimigay. So, make sure that you also join and participate. And before the end, teka, kailangan natin. Teka nga, makita ko nga yung ating calendar. Kailan tayo magdo-draw ng winners? Okay. You know what? We can already, sakto. So that is next Tuesday, is November 30. We will do the live draw on our next Tarot Tuesdays. That's exciting. Sige. So our December winners, next session, i-announce na natin yan. So please stay. Kasi, and syempre lahat din yung participant on our next Tuesday's session, kasali pa rin yun, syempre. Yun, nako, yung mga nagma-manifest diyan, and may mga nagme-message sa akin na nagma-manifest ng ng mga classes na gusto nilang attenan, sumali lang kayo ng sumali. And the important thing is for us to also make sure na we are here to syempre guide everybody. Sa lahat na magpa-participate in our tonight session, of course, we also make sure that your identity will always be well protected here. Huwag po kayong mahiya magtanong ng mga kahit anong pinagdadaanan natin sa buhay na kailangan natin ng clarity. Kami pong bahala dyan. We will never disclose kung sino po yung nagpa-participate. Ang mahalaga is we read through your questions and we will provide the best balanced answer as we can. Yan po yung gagawin natin. Napaka-global natin. All the way from Singapore na naman. Hello, Maris, Izay. Thank you for joining us ulit tonight. Yan. Love, life, future, and present, and career. O di alam mo na, sa lahat ng may mga questions ngayon, isend na kagad. So for those who are wanting to participate in tonight's session, send na natin yung details natin in our Facebook page. Alam mo, simulan na natin because para ang gusto ko marami tayong masasagot na questions for tonight. So, let's start with our prayer. I will be saying my prayers in Hindu because I am a practicing Hindu, and I highly encourage everybody, lahat po ng participants natin, to also join me in prayer. Let us all gather in God's name and pray for guidance, wisdom, and protection as we all go through our session for tonight. Okay? So, let me pray. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Wow. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar. It's a Hindu greeting that says the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher, and this is your official Tuesday night habit. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays, and every Tuesday we provide free tarot reading para sa inyong lahat. Now, kung may katanungan po tayo, any questions concerning our love life, yung career po natin, and syempre, ang pinaka-importante, yung health natin, wag po kayong mag-atubili. And lahat mag-participate dahil libre lang po ang magtanong. So for us to participate, madaling-madali lang po ang participation natin. Kailangan lang natin i-share ang live video natin sa ating social media and take a screenshot of that. And then, please send it, yung screenshot, pakisend lang po sa ating Facebook page. It's Everyday Reiki with Marky. Now, may pila po tayo. So first come, first serve po tayo. We will answer one question at a time to be fair and para po as much as possible, marami po tayong matulungan for tonight. Now, sa lahat naman po na magpa-participate for tonight, if the question is, ano naman na magiging basis ni Marky? Saan ba ibabase ni Marky ang mga possible na mga makikita sa mga readings natin? So lahat na magpa-participate natin, kung sino po yung magtatanong, hahanapin ko lang po sa energy ninyo ang ating mga kasagutan. Now, what is comprised of our energy? There are three elements involved in our energies. Lahat po ito current, kung ano po yung ating mga current thoughts, yung mga current na iniisip natin or pinaprocess sa ating mga isipan, and from which, ano po ang mga magiging decision natin, and from that decision, ano naman ang ating magiging actions on that. Now, every single time that we start taking action, every action will now be subjected to the universal law of cause and effect, or in science, we call it Newton's third law of motion. In every action, there's always equal or unequal action-reaction. Golden rule tayo for the Christian and the Catholic faith, and for us Hindus, we call it the law of karma. So, ibig sabihin, kung sino po yung magtatanong, sa energy ko lang din ninyo hahanapin ang ating mga kasagutan. But of course, there will be questions na imbes na sa energy nyo mismo ko hahanapin ang tanong, it may entail na yung tanong will be directed towards somebody else's energy. Nahahanapin ko ang sagot sa energy ng ibang tao. At kung wala silang awareness na gagawin ko yon, it will be a case of, overstepping, or that will be a case of invasion of privacy. And meron kasing karma yon. Ang karma, hindi na pupunta yon sa nagtanong. Dun sa doer of the action, in that case, ako yon. Sorry na. Okay? Pero meron naman paraan para itanong natin yung mga gantong katanungan. Ang kailangan lang naman natin kung sinong involved dun sa equation, look at it as if it's a mathematical equation. Hati-hatiin lang natin ang energies. So, ibig sabihin, if it's a relationship concerning two people, hatiin natin yung energy mo at yung energy nung kasama dun sa tanong natin, and then, pwede na natin siya itanong. May disclaimer lang tayo just in case these are relationship questions any given time or even after our session for tonight. Pero yung kasama dun sa tinanong natin, magbago yung isip nila o kaya yung kanilang mga iniisip at yung mga decision, more so yung action sila, malaking possibility na magbago ang energy niyo. Dahil tandaan, lahat po na nakikita natin will all be based on your current energy. So therefore, ang pinaka-accurate na mga energies na mababasa natin ay patungkol sa inyo mismo na magtatanong at magpa-participate in tonight's session. Now, wag po mag-atubili. Remember na and do not hold back with your questions. Rest assured that we will always protect your identity here. Hindi po namin sinasabi kung sino ang mga nagpa-participate. Babasahin lang po natin yung mga questions ninyo and then yun ang ating sasagutin. Now, ang gagamitin po natin na featured tarot card for this month is Golden Tarot of the Tsar. You may have been seeing this lalo na this month dahil ito po ang ating ginagamit na tarot card for the month. Every month we will be featuring new sets of cards because marami po akong collection. Okay? Marami akong collection, nag-collect. Pero yun nga, meron lang kasi ako laging usual favorite when it comes to my readings. So, if you've been here ever since we started last March, you may have always seen this, the Golden Tarot. And pagpapahingahin muna natin siya during our sessions and ito muna ating gagamitin most especially this month. So lahat po ng mga magiging katanungan nyo, bubunot po ako ng 3 cards which is very in-depth. Ang sabi ko nga, very in-depth yung mga makukuha ninyo every time that we have our session dahil unlike before, ano bang i-difference ang 1 card pull versus a 3 card pull? Pag 1 card pull po kasi tayo, ang makikita lang natin yan is kung ano yung pinaka-outcome niya. Ito yung tanong, saan siya papunta? But, comparing it to the 3 card pull, you will have an idea what your past energy is about and what your current energy is about and kung saan papunta yung current energy natin mas in-depth. So therefore, I'd highly encourage lahat din po ng mga magpa-participate for tonight, make sure to make your questions very specific. Okay, so kung may katanungan tayo about relationships, you can also tell me if you're single o kaya naghahanap po tayo kasi minsan I play Cupid din. So, sa mga gusto magpahanap ng date dyan, baka dito na rin kayo makahanap. Joke lang. Okay, so every time that we're gonna be asking questions, meron tayong dalawang klase ng cards na pwede makuha, major cards, minor cards. So mga cards natin makukuha ay major, ibig sabihin it's a clear blessing or it can be a warning or kapag minor cards, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi siya maganda. May mga tatrabahuhin lang tayo to harvest it better in the future. So therefore, 3 cards ang kukunin natin. The more major cards, the more chances of winning. Ibig sabihin, mas maganda yung mga mas klaro yung message kapag maraming major cards. And kapag minor cards, puro minor cards, yun ang makikita naman natin yung mga kailangan nating trabahuhin. Okay? So hello. I wanna say hi muna sa mga, hi Kathy. Kita na naman tayong Kathy. Alam. God bless. Kayo na. God bless you. Sila mama at yung kapangalan niya. Hi Gia. Ay, thank you naman. Nagustuhan mo yung shirt ko ngayon. Tie-dye. Tie-dye yung natin. Okay, so ayun na. Sige. Tignan na natin ang mga participants natin for tonight. By the way, before I continue again sa lahat po ng viewers natin for tonight, you're all up for such a great treat. So please stay until the end of our show dahil lahat po ng ating mga participant and mga viewers po natin will all have a chance to join our raffle. We are giving away, ayan, ang galing, napakahaba na ng pila. We are giving away workshops at the end of the month. Next week na yung monthly raffle natin. So please stay and para makasali ulit tayo sa ating raffle. Okay? So ayun na. Medyo mahaba na ang ating pila today. So galingan natin sa mga pa-participate. Okay? So here we go. Aba. Syempre yung first participant natin mga suki natin yan. So, hello Master, all caps na naman, napaka-intense. Okay. Hello. First ako. Ikaw pa nag-declare. Siya pa yung nag-declare na first ako. Pero very good. I-ask ko lang kung mako-close po yung 3 accounts na inaayos ko. Aba. Okay. So, career. So, may 3 accounts na inaayos. Okay, very good yan. But of course, para sa mga may gustong ma-manifest, okay? It can be love or it can be anything for our career. It can be abundance and prosperity. I will also give away tips on how we can manifest it. Okay? So alam mo na dito sa participant natin kasi meron kasi tayong marami tayong participant here na nasa sales. So which is really good. So kung may gustong ma-manifest, charity work is the key. Syempre, charity work ang kailangan nating gawin. But bunot na tayo ng cards to see. So for me, kung ang pinaka-definitive answer here, of course, will have major cards. Syempre, yung pinakamagandang indicator. But do not worry kapag hindi naman ganito lang naman ang nagiging ano natin here when we're going to participate in our live, 'di ba? Yung mga questions natin, ang gusto natin malaman if it's gonna be favorable or not so favorable, no matter what will come out, okay? Huwag po tayong matatakot because it gives us an idea kung anong kailangang energy pang ilabas natin or how much more energy should we let out para naman mas makapag-manifest pa tayo ng maigi. Okay? So, bunot na tayo ng cards. Okay, so before I continue, I wanna say thank you pala. Thank you Fit Inform family for my hair. Okay, kanino ko pa ginaganon sa'yo. So I'm so happy si Fit Inform. If you haven't visited, syempre yan ang salon ni Bessie, Jenilyn. Thank you Fit Inform for my hair. Yan, yung mga sponsor na, di ba? Nagiging ano na tayo. So, 3 cards for our first participant. 1, okay, 2, and 3. Okay, tingnan natin. Nararamdaman ko yung energy mo, kumalma ka lang. Yung itong current participant natin, kumalma ka lang, nararamdaman kita. Okay. 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 Alam mo, this is honestly not bad at all. Okay? These are minor cards, but these are not bad cards. So, okay, but again, and for me, ang pinaka-definitive kasi talaga is we get the major cards, you know. But we have all 3 minor cards here, but these are all not bad cards. So, first card muna tayo. The first card is the energy that will represent what the past energy is about, and this is the uh, Ace of Swords. Okay? So, ayan. Look at that. Si Ace of Swords, ayun. Oh, tamo naman, may participation pa ni Jesus. Okay? May participation pa ni Jesus here. Now, I like this card. Okay. Sa first card pa lang, I can see naman, I can see yung inaayos mo. I know that I know that you are doing many things. And anong tawag dito? There are also, alam mo, there are things that are within your control. There are things that are also not within your control. And most of the energy sa hindi mo control is coming from the client's end. Okay? Ito yung mga push and pull nila. Ito yung mga ano nila. Ito yung mga last minute na gustong i-clarify. Ito yung mga last minute na gusto nilang malaman sa iyo. Ito yung mga last minute na mga yung parang ito na eh, bibigay nila parang pero wait, ano nga yung ganito, but yeah, clarify mo nga yung ganito, can you check this document, can you do that, yung ganyan. And that is what this card is about. Kasi nakita ko yung ako, these are the things yung mga kailangan natin pang ayusin. Although I know you're ready to provide anything and everything that you need so that you can close the sale or let them have a very kumbaga the sound decision and for them to feel that this is really the investment that they need. Of course, this is something that you're working on, but yun nga, meron lang naturally that they all on the clients and they need to also focus on. And you know how it is in a time of pandemic. There are people who are very, very comfortable to invest pa din, but there are also people who are extra mindful. They're somewhere in between. Okay, so not that they do not have the capacity, but it's just that marami ng tanong, marami ng gustong i-process. Okay, now this is the middle card representing the current energy we have. Okay, so we have Knight of Swords, and this is the Knight of Swords for you. This is what the current energy is about. In the current, okay. I want you, honestly, on the second card, I started feeling some delays. Okay, I started feeling some delays because of the push and pull that you're experiencing, and because of the how the face of the person here came into play. There is the facial expression that resonates disappointment because there's delays. And I know hinahabol mo siya because may timeline ka on this, but you'll be surprised kasi talaga nang tinatrabaho mo na siya tapos you're starting to feel like parang hindi ako masyadong pinapansin. Nag-a-update niya ako masyadong pinapansin. And because of that, the pressure is building up even more. And I'm telling you na wag lang mawawalan ng patience. Wag din mawawalan ng patience, and also do not let your guard down. I know it sometimes kasi when they get to respond, there are also times na ikaw naman yung equally busy, yung parang hindi magkatagpo yung schedule natin. And that sometimes kapag yung times na mas free ka to, okay, you're allotting this time for them so that you can, if ever they're going to respond, at least this is allotted time for them. Tapos somehow if they happen to be not available that time, tapos you engage in another meeting and then dun sila magiging available and then you start to feel the pressure tapos papaasikaso mo sa iba and then you feel the push and pull. That's what I'm really getting here. And sometimes nakaka-pressure yan and you tend to lose the patience. At the same time, you feel like, ay, anong tawag dito? Nag-set ako ng time but hindi ko siya makuha. But parang somehow you feel like, I let my guard down on that. But you know what? In the outcome of this is really a good card because this is the Ace of Pentacles, which is actually a very good card. Imagine that. And the Pentacles is a representation of the money. So right now, if I may say, it's going to end naman very good. There is a possibility that you will get those three. Only that there will be some delays. There will be some delays. Kung halimbawa ay na-expect natin that we're getting it like end of the month, it will be pushed forward pa na yung konting delays natin. Now, these are the delays that are sometimes inevitable just because you are waiting for syempre the go signal for the clients themselves. But still be very patient. If there is something na if there is something na I can ask you to do for us to speed this up, offering talaga na ng charity work, okay? Now, best to do this then well, tomorrow meron tayong offering, but you can also do and Saturday na charity work. Not necessarily yung sa ito kasi nagpapadala siya ng we have mga 3 times in a week, we have a ritual, we call it the puja. For us Hindus, we call it the puja, and that is our prayer ritual in which we offer flowers and fruits to God. And that is when we request for our prayers to be manifested and to be answered. And uh, that is a very good way for us to do charity work. But do not limit yourself lang, na dun lang. Do not limit yourself na dun lamang siya. You'll be surprised na if you maintain a very loving na energy consistently, that means no matter what we go through in our career, in our personal life, we maintain the happiness and the love in our heart. Believe it or not, mas nakaka-manifest yun. Okay? And I know there are times kasi na when we are needed to be our best at work, we give our best at work, but it doesn't always reflect the same para sa personal life natin. Okay? And I know you are also going through something sa personal life. At the same time, you want to brush it aside, but the energy na dadala mo pa rin yun. There is still an effect doon. So you'll be surprised, ayusin natin yung energy sa emotions natin on the personal, mahihila yan sa career. Because remember, energies don't lie. Kung anong energy nilalabas natin, binabalik din natin yan. We can never say na mabait lang tayo o loving lang tayo when it comes to work, pero pagdating natin sa personal life, hindi. Remember, lahat ng mga, anong tawag dito, we may be portraying different roles. In every aspect of our life, we become. So, minsan kapatid tayo, minsan anak tayo, oftentimes tayo ay kaibigan, we're also a boss, we're also this. Marami tayong pinoportray na roles only with one body. Isang katawan lang natin yun. So don't think na na magiging mindful lang tayo sa work and then we feel like everything else will follow. It has to be holistic. It has to be holistic. Yung mindfulness natin, hindi lang sa isang parte or aspeto ng buhay natin. It has to be in all aspects. Yung mindfulness natin should be in all aspects so that we can manifest anything in all of our aspects kasi. Imagine that, kaya sometimes we tend to get mga imbalances depende sa mga life aspects natin. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a very good disposition at work, pero pagdating sa personal natin, medyo dun nagkakaroon ng mga opportunities to improve. But then again, that's really part of how we get to learn mindfulness. Ma-appreciate natin yung mindfulness natin to be patient, to be loving, to be kind, to be understanding. Pag nagawa natin in all aspects of our life, that is also a way for us to tell God na, kahit ano ibigay mo sa akin, I'm going to have a grateful or a grateful nature. I'm going to understand and see the blessing in all aspects. Kahit na it's seemingly a challenge or it's seemingly a tough time, I will see the blessing in that. Just because there's so much love that we have in our hearts. And tandaan natin, ang mga energies na yan, they all belong in just two spectrums, okay? Lahat na sa kabilang side, lahat ng mga positive energies, nandyan yung love, nandyan yung light, happiness, abundance, prosperity. Kaya nga sinasabi commonly, if you hear spiritual na mga tao, sasabihin nila love and light. Okay? Because those two energies are from the same spectrum. Similarly, anything that is resonating the dark energies like hate, anger, envy, jealousy, nandun din ng poverty consciousness. So, tandaan natin, if we're not going to be mindful in all of our aspects, imagine mo, love na love pagdating sa work, pero pagdating sa personal natin, nahahati yung energies. And remember, this is just one body. So the mindfulness natin should be in all aspects of our life para lahat ng gusto nating mai-manifest, mahihila din niya lahat. That's gonna be my blessing for you. And I know it's easier said than done because I've been there, and hindi ibig sabihin na I'm teaching this, I don't get to experience this. In fact, this is really something that we all have to go through every day. I know it's easier said than done, pero hindi imposible. Okay? So now I want you to remember, you can also manifest this better kapag naayos din natin yung ating mga imbalances sa emotions for our personal life. Mahihila din yan. Okay? And I like that you're also spending time, dedicating your time with your personal relationship with God. Nakakadagdag din yun. In short, all you can think of, if you want to manifest something good, iisipin mo lahat ng gagawin natin, lahat good, para madaling ma-manifest. Hindi kasi pwede yung hahati-hatiin natin yung energies natin. Hati din yung mga outcome na makukuha natin. If we want na makuha yon, pag nakuha na natin, next goal is to be consistent about it. Kasi getting it is one, manifesting is one, being consistent is another. And so talagang tinatrabaho siya every single time. Okay? But therefore, this one just entails more mindfulness. But hindi ibig sabihin hindi ibibigay sa akin. But hindi ibibigay sa atin. So the more you become mindful, the more you become centered and very well focused in maintaining that energy, mas bibilis yan. You'll be surprised. And believe me, this definitely works. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Maraming salamat for joining, everybody. Good evening. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. This is your official Tuesday night habit, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Kung gusto po ninyo mag-participate, please check our pin post here in our comment section. Libre lang po ang magtanong. Share nyo lang yung live video. Oh, by the way, oh my gosh, I wanna share. Alam mo, we are now down to 5 subscribers na lang. We're gonna hit the first 1,000 na subscriber mark. So maraming salamat for the continuous love and support. Also, segue lang din tayo. If you haven't seen yung vlog ng nila Bessie, yung ating After All series, makikita niyo ako sa episode 3. And possible, tignan natin doon sa gender reveal. Baka maano din tayo doon sa gender reveal coming this week, no? Sa mga team baby girl or team baby boy, nako, set your bets. And I'm sure may mga kanya-kanya kayong may kanya-kanya kayong mga gusto para kila Bessie and kay Den. Malalaman nyo yan sa next, okay? So, eto na. Oy, dami na. Okay, so, tingnan na natin. Yan, okay. Aba, eto na. Napakasuki ng ating next participant. Okay, here we go. By the way, sabi ko nga, some of you may have multiple questions and mga gusto nyo ipamalaman for tonight. We will answer one question at a time. And then kapag naubos natin yung queue, we're going to do a run-through for the other questions naman natin, ha? Para lang, syempre, para po fair. And sa lahat po ng mga makakapag-participate for tonight, marami po tayong chances to answer your questions as well. So, love life, ang tanong nitong nung yung first. But may I ask, if you're gonna be asking for kapag relationship po yung tungkol sa love life po yung tanong natin, please indicate if you are single or if you're in a relationship para mas klaro. Kasi, why am I doing this? Kasi there are times kasi, every time I read the person's energy, kapag meron pang kapag may lingering energy, halimbawa, you're single right now, pero may nararamdaman akong lingering energy from your ex, as and hindi kayo aware na nandun pa siya, mararamdaman ko yun, makikita ko yun. Because energies don't lie. Okay? So para syempre, the more specific our questions are, the better. Okay. So single yung ating participant and love life yung natin. Ay shush, sige tingnan natin. Energy ng love life, sige. Para para what do you call this? Para naman makita natin yung mas specific yung timeline. If you want, itodo na natin yung goal natin, yung stretch natin until next year. Because sometimes it's not just about uh, it's not just about if you're gonna manifest it or if you're meant to manifest it or not. Sometimes it's a timing. Okay, so minsan, pwedeng hindi ngayon, pero next year pwede. So itodo natin hanggang next year. And by the way, for everybody who's watching right now, abangan po natin because Reiki with Marky will be having a very special reading for 2022. So abangan po natin yan. We're gonna have a very special reading. And let me also promote, just in case, because just so you know, I'm also doing this professionally. So just in case you are wanting to have a personal reading session o kung nag-participate kayo dito, tas medyo nabitin tayo, I also have personal reading sessions. You can send me a direct message so I can provide you my rates. Okay? So, love life hanggang 2022 tingnan natin para sa ating current participant, okay? So, ito naman ang sasabihin ko din muna, anong tawag dito. Pero may nararamdaman na kasi ako eh. And bago ko i-flip tong cards natin dito. Ayan, bago ko i-flip yung cards natin dito. This is what I'm going to say na to be mindful of our energy. Similarly, yung sinabi ko dun sa first participant natin, because mindfulness is really the key. Sabi ko nga eh, when we talk about mindfulness, and if we are also talking about not just being mindful of our blessings, but also being mindful of the things that also are meant for us to learn, yung mga life lessons natin. Sometimes kasi nagtataka tayo if we are wanting to manifest one blessing pero parang hindi pa binibigay sa atin as of the moment. Kasi ganito yan halimbawa, kung may kailangan pa tayong matutunan at hindi pa natin natutunan yun, kapag yung blessing na hinihingi natin o yung minamanifest natin would entail, eto na kasi yung chance natin or the ultimate chance that we are waiting for, the ultimate blessing that we are waiting for. Pero imagine kung magpa-practice ka pa lang pag nandyan na yung pinaka-blessing na hihintay natin, there is a tendency na if we don't do well, baka we may lose that chance. Whereas the time na hindi pa siya na ma-manifest sa atin is actually our practice time. So for relationship questions, I will always say this. It's really okay, walang masama if we pray and manifest for the one. But while we are praying for that, while we are manifesting for that, the same time that we are praying for it, that equally means that you are also praying for you to be the one nung tao na hinahanap natin. And kung ano yung qualities na hinahanap natin sa ibang tao, that should be equally the same qualities that we are all wanting for ourselves. Bakit? Kasi di ba most of us would have what we may call standards. Ang gusto ko sa isang tao, gusto ko ganito, gusto ko ganyan, magko-compliment kami yung ganyan. But at the same time, syempre, we can never give something we do not have. We can also we have to remember na tandaan natin, when we talk about relationships, it's always a two-way street. That means both are equally responsible, not just for manifesting it, but maintaining it. Okay? But maintaining, tinatrabaho yan continuously. Now imagine mo kung ang practice na ibibigay natin ng mindfulness is kapag nandun ka pa lang, that may entail there are possibilities na while you are going through, na wala pa, hindi, doon mo pala ipa-practice pag nandun na, there are tendencies of arguments to happen. And kapag may arguments na, how do you handle it? Kapag may misunderstanding, how do you handle it? Or, anong tawag dito, most of us kasi won't see the value in preparing or practicing. Pero just like any other skill that gets developed, that gets improved, kapag nandun na yung pinaka-actual need for us to use these gifts, these talents, mas magiging pabor sa atin yung outcome. And that is my recommendation. Pero usually ang nangyayari nga, bubunot pero kasi yun yung energy. Pero tignan na natin. Ayun nga. Okay. So I have 3 minor cards for this. So in short, even for 2022, there really is a strong opportunity because ito so we get minor cards here. There are really opportunities kasi for me the best and the clearest the answer that I can provide is when there are major cards here. For a love question, and if we are talking about really meeting the one, the lover's card is the best indicator here. But I have minor cards here. So talagang may mga tatrabahuin pa tayo. And here is one. Okay, and the first card is about what the past energy is. Okay? So we have the Nine of Cups. This is the card here. And tinan mo yung imagery here. Diba? Parang there's a king and then may nagbibigay ng isa. Merong difference sa energy ng isa. Mas makikita mo na as this is a representation of like the king sitting comfortably on the throne, tapos the other person may not necessarily look like they're of equal na disposition. Okay, now this is not something literally na parang mas mayaman yung isa o hindi. There is a huge difference. One is a giver, the other is a receiver. Okay, now remember, although although it's a good thing na parang you have a certain role to fulfill. One is a giver, maybe the other party's role is to solely give, and the other role is to just receive. Remember that it is a two-way street. And as it is a two-way street, we may feel like there are times kasi, and you will also meet people na this is really their role. They're more comfortable to do this, they're more comfortable to do that, and same as other people. Of course, that is present. But remember, there are always times, ilagay mo, iposisyon mo yung sarili mo in that situation. Remember that there are times that when you are only just giving and giving and giving and not receiving, or will never have an opportunity to receive, or you may have opportunities to receive pero mas lamang ang opportunities that you are the ones giving. How did it feel? And there are times, of course, and you're the ones receiving and receiving and receiving, and then you didn't have lesser chances for you to give. How did it also feel? I don't want you to measure kung alin lang dun yung mas masarap. Because equally, depending on what fulfills and satisfies you, honestly, it's a case-to-case basis. Depende rin sa tao kung saan nila na-enjoy yung pagre-reflect ng kanilang pagmamahal. And so there will be times that you're comfortable giving and you're okay with it, but there will also be times, and remember, majority of the time, if you've read the book Love Language, that's a very good book that would. And initially, I was basing everything with Love Language. That was a very good book, but honestly, that book can only take you as far. A little. Pwede siyang a little elementary guide on how to handle relationships. But that's a very good reflection of give and take. I'll give it to that book. Magandang reflection siya if you're going to focus on the energy of give and take. That's what that book is about. But that's only the tip of the iceberg when we talk about giving and taking. Because there's more to the relationship than just giving and taking. Tinatrabaho in all aspects yan. And so in the past, I know there is like a steady role. May you be comfortable in one steady role o hindi. I'm telling you, balance is the key for everything to manifest yung continuity ng relationship. Because imagine mo, hindi lang siya sa pagsasawa, but there are times that there will be a time that you will be needing not just to give, but you are also needing to receive, or you may need the opposite na binibigay mo. There will be times like that. And what if hindi yun ma-fulfill? It may end up in disappointment, in which nangyari before many times. Okay? If that lesson hasn't been learned from yet, that's a good opportunity for you to understand. Because tinan mo the second card, if we don't get to learn that, and I'm telling you, sabi ko nga not that hindi tayo binibigyan ng opportunity. Pero remember, the least thing you would want to happen is to make it like an opportunity that will just slip just because hindi natin ginalingan. Kahit na may time tayo para galingan or mag-practice. Because look at this. This is now the 10 of Wands. Na parang ending is pasan kong daigdig. Because you tend to feel like you are someone who showed, so more of the giver side. Okay. So, ayun. So, kung giver side tayo masyado, and then it feels like, ayun, pasan ko ang daigdig. And every time we get ones kasi in our tarot card, it always resonates hard work, hard labor. Literally, ayan, parang pasan ko ang daigdig. And every time that you feel that, of course, not unless you're Superman, na chinichikan lang ang mga kahit anong buhatin, and we are human beings after all. So, in the end, one way or another, you may end up complaining. One way or another, makikita at makikita mo yan. I know there are certain level of comforts that we have. Halimbawa, sabi ko nga, if you're comfortable in doing a role, yes. Pero will it be 100% all throughout? Through and through, you will feel the same? May tendency hindi. And you know yourself. So, ibig sabihin, there is a tendency lalo in the past that we may have felt na, napuno na ako. Puno na ang salok. And we all have our own capacity. Okay? The least thing you would want to happen is to put limits and boundaries in the relationship just because walang teamwork. Just because walang teamwork and just because hindi tayo marunong mag-give and take. Okay? That is a very important role. And I may be talking about personal relationships here, rather romantic relationships here, but any type of relationship always entails that give and take. The last card, you know what, in the end, alam mo, in the end, you don't want to question if you are, kasi ito yung ating last card. This is the Two of Swords. In the end, it will lead to questioning. It will lead to questioning. Look at that. Kung hindi natin matutunan to, it will lead to questioning because it will now trickle down, questioning and doubt about yourself. Am I anong tawag dito? And just because, ito pa nakakadagdag niyan eh. Every time that we get to experience love, it adds up to our worth, our value. No matter what kind of experiences we've had in the past, nakakadagdag yun ng value natin because, not because sa maganda lang, if you also experience a not so good experience in the past, that adds up. Okay, na-experience ko yan. Ayoko na yan in the future. Okay, na-experience ko na yan. Yan yung mga warning signs. I will not have that. Okay, I've experienced that, I'm okay with that. Puwede rin naman gano'n. But every single time that you get to experience, you get to measure your value. You get to measure your worth. But this time, this card is telling you the opposite. Nawawala yung self-worth kasi hindi mo rin maintindihan a part of you why you need to give and give. And parang initially, parang ang nangyayari is that you're tolerating. That's not love. Okay? Tolerating. We are when we talk about love, the understanding is there, yes. But also, when we love someone, we also have the responsibility to help the person realize their lessons as well. Because that is what the teamwork in the relationship is about. Hindi lang kayo nun to love and to hold, to also support in times that the person is needing your help in learning lessons in life. Para tayong magulang na umaalalay sa anak kapag may assignment. Kahit na alam natin na pagkakatiwalaan natin sila na, no, they can do it, we can guide them, but of course, maganda pa rin na napo-provide natin ng support sa isa't isa. That's the kind of relationship that we'd all, syempre, want na no matter what we go through, alam natin, meron tayong kadamay. Because that's also a way for you to realize, di ba? How the person can be willing to go through anything with you through the ups and downs. And when you find that, syempre, hindi nga lang yun sa isang tao, dapat equally ganun din tayo. So my say, you have a lot of time for you to process this, not just to process this, but you have a lot of time for us to improve our energy. Remember, magandang goal yung to find the one because don't we all want that? We all want that. Pero until that time comes, remember that you have work to do as well. To be the one din nung isang tao na hinahanap. The ideal person that both you're wanting to have in the relationship, those are equal responsibilities nating lahat. Hindi lang sa inyo. That's the same thing that I keep telling myself as well. And so it will never happen then na hindi siya smooth sailing. Okay? Do not expect na meeting the one will always be smooth sailing. Meeting the one is one, but maintaining that relationship is another. Okay? So, marami pang time. I would want to also, if you really want to really take the time to learn these lessons, wag din matatakot to revisit your past. Revisit those milestones in the past we're in, an opportunity of learning something. May it be something that was tragic in the past. Wag matatakot harapin. Okay, do not be scared to revisit those past memories kasi dun ka matututo eh. Dun ka makakakita kung anong pwede kong gawin in the future if this happens, or at least to keep re-establishing those experiences in the past na alam mong ayaw mo na ma-experience ulit. That is another way of learning. For us to learn that also means we should be very brave to look at the things na kailangan nating tignan and be brave and be willing to accept kung ano mang lesson yung nakalakip doon. Because you know what? Oftentimes, it's just the readiness to accept the lesson na hinihintay lang sa atin. Sabi ko nga, anong tawag dito kung nasa school nga tayo, di ba? Kung ikaw ba, halimbawa, may opportunity ka na to really have a say. Matatapos na yung school year and alam mo deep inside you, na you are not able to absorb the whole lesson for the whole year, pero bibigyan ka ng choice, bibigyan ka ng upper hand. Puwede ka kahit na hindi ka masyado natuto, hindi mo masyado na-absorb, puwede ka nilang i-accept dun sa next level. Pero that means that marami ka pang i-a-adjust sa type of learning because imagine, kung dapat yung learning mo nandito ta's bibigyan ka ng mas mataas, pero kung yung nandito pa lang ang kailangan mong bunuin sa sarili mo, then that's gonna be tougher to grasp and to understand. And imagine there are many lessons in life na kailangan talagang not that we don't know, but it's just accepting these lessons that that truly makes a difference. Huwag matakot lumingon sa past natin to find an opportunity for learning. Okay? Thank you for joining Tower Tuesdays. And I know may second question ko pa, ubusin na natin yung ibang tanong and then balikan natin yan kapag may time pa tayo. So, good evening again, everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Dire-diretsuhin na natin yung mga tanong natin dahil maingay ang ating inbox. Okay, so if you want to participate in tonight's session, just check our pin post in the comment section. And also, stay tuned until the end of our show because sa lahat po ng ating magpa-participate and for everybody's watching right now, kahit hindi po tayo magpa-participate, you are all up for such a great treat. So, kapag natapos na po yung session natin, I will give you the go signal for you to enter and key in your names sa comment section and lahat po na maglalagay ng names nila sa comment section will have a chance to win our raffle prizes. We are giving away, these are workshops for December. By the way, lahat po ng mga natin, because we've already sorted out our schedule, lahat ng mga workshops that we're gonna be giving away, pasok pa rin yan for December natin. And we're gonna be teaching until the 3rd week of December. Nag-pause lang kami towards the last part. Bakasyon din. Okay, bakasyon din tayo para ma-enjoy naman natin yung ating holiday season. So, also, it's Christmas. It's Christmas season. So, be ready to receive more surprises from us because lalo na pag December, extra generous kami. So, sali lang tayo ng sali sa mga raffle natin. So, tignan na natin yung ating next na participant. Teka lang, I wanna say hi mo. Ay! Hi, Paula. Ay, my gosh. Hi, Scout. Louise is a very good friend of mine and she's also a very good tarot reader. You want to check her out in her IG. It's Moon Scout 22 in her Instagram. So check her out if you also want to avail her personal reading sessions. Spot on din yan. Okay? So, sino pa ba mga hindi ko na hello pa dyan? Hello, Ayan Estrada. Good evening. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you. Edmond, ang sakit. Ay, sorry na. Hindi ko naman hindi ko naman yung sinasabing hindi ko naman kita gina-judge down or para sa atin naman lahat 'yan. Okay. So, ayun yung next participant natin. Uy, aba, suki din na medyo nakapag-pause for a while at pero yun nakabalik na. Oh, yun. Na-miss kita Ito, napaka na. It's been a while since I last saw you. Oh, sige, ito na. Hi Marky, it's good to be back. Oh, yun nga. Question naman, any good news for me next year, be it career or love? O, tingnan natin sa career. Sige, tingnan natin for your 2022. Energy for career. Itong ating ating participant nito. So, tingnan natin. Okay, first card. Ay, uy, dalawa yung lumabas. Ay, totoo na natin yan. Okay, sige. Usually, ganyan yung nangyayari kapag isa lang dapat yung plano mo pero may sumasali. Isama mo yun because it's telling you something. Okay, it's telling you something. Sige, tingnan na natin. Okay, so syempre, ang magandang indicators natin, speaking, ako kaya naman pala sumama, napakaganda. Oh, okay, that is why. Okay. Good, okay. Second card. Here is the third card. Kalma lang tayo. Nagwawala na yung inbox natin. Yes. Ikaw na. Kalma lang po tayo sa pagsali. Maabutan natin. Okay, so, well, total of 4 cards, but yung first set of cards natin is considered as 1, and you have 1 major card here. So, for next year, anong tawag dito? might say, maganda na naman yung opportunity next year. But most of the opportunities or the energies na pinakamaganda is really coming from this year. Okay? So in short, this is the starting energy natin. Kailangan, if we would want to improve this, and then continuous din yung mindfulness natin in improving our energies. Okay? So this is the first set of cards that you have. We have the Judgment card and then the Two of Cups, which is a very good combination but very mindful as well. Okay. Okay, so ito yung itsura niya. May similarities here kasi tingnan natin yung dalawang cards here. May harmony here and then it looks a little opposite here. So that means, and this is the current energy when it comes to your career. So in short, there is a good decision that you choosing this career primarily and choosing your path. I know you are trying to thrive so that you can climb the corporate ladder and for you to become very kumbaga very goal oriented and results oriented as the goal for this year in spite of and despite of the pandemic situation, and you're performing well. That's the best decision that you've ever made. I love the mindfulness na gusto mong ipakita yung resiliency, gusto mo ipakita yung reliability, that you are someone who can be relied on. That's a very good decision. Isa yan sa mga when this card kasi, this major card comes into play, the Judgment card is a very good indicator na you just did not choose a decision. It's the best decision. But the thing is, may mindfulness pa rin. Because as you are doing your best, and when we are working in teams, there will be times na makikita mo talaga yung differences ng energy mo and energy of your peers. And sometimes you would want to inspire, but at the same time, I know we need patience. We need patience, okay? And I know you've been sharing and offering your energies, but there are opportunities then for you to be taken differently. Because you're showing your concern, you are showing that you're not just a team player, your reliability. In short, I know you're wanting to take on a bigger role. And yun na yung ginagawa mo ngayon. Nagpa-practice ka na so that you can take on that bigger role in time. But I'm telling you, humility will always save us. Okay? It's not really a question if a person is qualified or not. It's really about how you will show that you can handle not just situations but the people as well. Because after all, you're wanting to handle people. And it's not just about the people skills. Kumbaga, tignan natin kung anong ginagawa ng mga magulang natin. There are times that our parents can be strict, but our parents would always be balancing it with love. Okay? There are times na, remember, ang mga magulang naman natin, they're not there, hindi sila yung parang principal. Okay? Hindi sila yung parang principal, oh, bawal yan, okay yan, bawal yan. Hindi naman sila laging ganun. Binabalanse yung pagmamahal. Because after all, you care for your children because you want them to be the better versions of you. And that also means that when you are taking care of what you want and what you love, and this is your career, paparamdam mo rin sa kanila yung love na yun equally, na they're not just part of it, that they are the reason why you are doing it. So that means you need a lot of patience for you to go through this. And I know there are times kasi na sometimes, I want you then to limit yung pagiging verbal natin when we tend to vent out. Kasi that's an opportunity of chismis. And remember, the least thing you would want to happen is that yung parang people will become very comfortable. Imagine mo, halimbawa, kung ganito yung ginagawa ko. I'm here, people seek my advice, people seek out my guidance. Pero tinan mo, and there's a fair reason why I will never reveal kung sino yung mga nagtatanong kasi I don't want it to sound like, oh, ito pala yung buhay ng ganitong taong yan. At siniwalat ko na yung buhay. And then it's gonna be an opportunity na parang, tumutulong pero parang na-chismis yung tao, parang nabulgar yung buhay niya. I don't want that. I don't want that. Kaya ako, as much as possible, babasahin ko lang yung questions nyo. I will let you know na it's your turn na. Because at the same time, hindi talaga natin alam kung anong ang bawat isa, yung mga pinagdadaanan natin sa buhay natin. Yes, sometimes we need help, but we also need to honor each other's privacy. You also need to honor yung mga feelings natin. Are we comfortable na may maririnig yung ibang tao about our life? Some people may not exactly. So we need to be very mindful with that as well. Might say if you would really want to air out these experiences, air it out with just a few people. Wag sa lahat, wag mo i-announce because sabi ko nga, baka in time, they know that you're very good pero hindi ka masyadong mapagkatiwalaan in all fear na kung ano man ang kailangan nilang idulong sa'yo, eh magiging chance siya na parang parang naka-announce na buong ano, para kang ano, parang nagiging issue if they can trust you. They you know that they can handle it but they're not sure if they're comfortable sharing it because in fear na magiging hot issue siya in the future. Now the second card is the King of Swords. Ayun, the humility is really the reflection there because look at this. So this is, imagine mo at one hand you're holding the cross, but the other hand you're holding a sword. And so that is also a question of intention there. Not, ano nga, sabi ko nga, not about. It's literally not about what you're capable of. But remember, if we are handling people, we are handling human beings with individual experiences outside of work that also has an opportunity to have a direct effect towards work. Because tandaan, marami man tayong roles na pinoportray sa isang araw pero iisang katawan lang yan. Iisang tao lang din yan. And remember, the least thing we would want to happen, yung darating yung time na parang tayong titignan, okay, and hindi naman tayo lahat perfect yung life natin. And we all go through something, myself included, okay? So pag tinignan natin yan, pag tinignan natin yung mga ganyang opportunities, and then pag binalik sa atin, okay, so I know you're teaching me this. I know you're telling me that this is a good way, but look at your life. And look at how you are dealing with your personal experiences. Baka pwedeng tingnan muna natin yung sarili natin. Hindi masyadong maganda marinig yun. That's why it has to work both ways. Kung anong nire-reflect natin doon sa tinuturo natin, it should be a clear reflection of what we are also doing. Now, in the end kasi, ayun, this is really a great warning. Kasi baka in the end, tinan mo yung itsura nun, this is Five of Pentacles. But Pentacles is really supposedly for this, but this one feels the opposite. This one feels the opposite. And we don't want that to happen kasi ang ganda na nasimulan natin eh. Right now, if there's one thing that I would want you to focus on, it's not really your skills. It's not really about your technical know-hows. It's not really your tenure. It's not really about your what you can really offer on the table. What else can you offer in the table that allows the people to trust you? What else can you offer sa table na for people to really know that they feel comfortable working with you? Kasi remember, we're gonna be working with people no matter what. Okay? So thanks for joining to our Tuesdays. Maraming salamat sa mga ating viewers right now. Please stay tuned again at the end of the show. You will all have a chance to join our raffle. Our December workshops will be providing emotional healing classes. We are providing crystal work for modern living classes, meditation and life-changing mantras, and we will also have Reiki 1 class with me. And syempre, Vedic Astrology, lucky winner ng Vedic Astrology. So, go ahead and stay at the end of our show. And syempre, do not forget to share our video as well. Sa whether you're participating o hindi, kasi sabi ko nga, you wouldn't really know kung sino sa mga friends list natin, our friends and family, you may be needing the guidance and advice. So, imagine ikaw pa yung magiging blessing sa kanila. Okay? So, okay, teka lang. Hi, Charlotte. Namaskaram din sa'yo. Maraming salamat for dropping by. Oh my God, Master 999. Uy, 999! Isa na lang, baby! Isa na lang, 999 na. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lay, for the update. Naku po. Nikilig ako eh. Sorry na. Alam mo, we've started this ano kasi talaga. We've started this channel humbly and we are not afraid to keep working hard sa lahat na ano. Uy, Marky ang swak. Sorry na. Very the same thing with my boss said. Grabe, kinilabutan ako. Hindi naman kita tinatakot. Huwag kang kilabutan. Joke lang. Okay, welcome po. Yan. So, I'm happy na nag-resonate naman yung lesson sa atin. Okay, next na tayo. Mamaya na yung chismis. Okay, next. Ayan. Yun. Okay, aba. Okay. Your wisdom, please. Will my partner and I able to hit our quota this November to December? Wow. Teka lang. So, this would be... Okay. So, quota sa... I'm assuming this is work. Okay. Because May kinokota ba sa para klaro lang natin baka may ibang kinokota kayong dalawa as partners, career ba? Sa career? Just wanna be sure but that definitely feels like career but I'm sure na ano naman. So, will my partner and I be able to hit our quota this November? Pero hindi ko na maalam kasi kung ano yung kinokota niyo as ano, as partners. Baka may iba kayong kinokota, di ba? Para lang clear. So, career nga ba? I'll give you a chance, sige. Abangan ko yung ano mo, ah teka, klaro mo lang if the question that you're wanting to know is about career, para lang clear kasi naghang po ako. Ay sorry, career, okay. Okay, career daw. Sige, kung mai-hit ang quota ng partner mo until December, November to December. O sige, tingnan natin 'yan for your career. Okay. So, 3 cards siyempre for me, the most sumama na naman. O sige, isama natin 'yan. First card, dalawa yung sumama. Okay, so this is the second card and this is your third card. By the way, anong tawag dito? Kung hindi niyo napansin, napakaganda na naman setting natin ngayon. Si baby ang may gawa niyan, yung magandang setting natin. So thank you baby for always giving a very good setting. Siya lagi yung he always works at the background and he makes sure na napakaganda ng setting natin. Ito din, I'm so in love with this. Actually, we got this. This is one of the souvenirs from Bessie's and Dan's wedding. So, ayan yung souvenir. Napakaganda. Okay. So, tingnan na natin. Dalawang major card ka agad sa first card. Oh my God. Another major card. That's a very clear answer. I'd say a very possible, napaka-strong yes. Okay, in a nutshell, that's a very strong yes. I want you to be mindful of these cards though because anong tawag dito, it's easy in a nutshell for us to say yes, yes, yes na parang hindi na tayo magiging mindful. Kailangan pa rin. Kahit na maraming major card, hindi ibig sabihin hindi na tayo magiging mindful. Kasi sabi ko nga, manifesting it is one, maintaining it is another. Being mindful sa mga susunod nating energies will always help us. Teka lang, may sinasabi si Edmond. Maraming salamat, sir. Ay, sus, nag-resonate. Maraming salamat din for appreciating that. So, first set of cards, they just act as one, but these are two major cards. We have the Devil card and the Death card. So by the way, huwag kayong matakot sa dalawang cards. Pinagsama pa yung dalawang cards na to, no? And usually, if it's gonna be depicted in horror movies, may it be foreign or local movies, na laging merong psychic na nagbabasa ng tarot, ito syempre lumalabas for mga scary times, no? But I'm telling you, these are very good cards. Now, first of all, okay, okay. So, by the way, the Devil card, and this is a combination of both, pero mas nananaig kasi yung energy ng Devil card here. The Devil card, do not think that this is like an evil presence that's gonna happen or may nadidemonyo o kaya there's an evil thing that's happening. It's not really like that. But this card is really resonating bias, okay? Bias, when we say bias, if there are two sides of the coin, isang side lang yung nakikita natin or isang side lang yung focus natin. Anong tawag dito? But, I know equally both are working hard. I know equally both know how to reward each other. But I know that you're well focused in achieving your dreams. And sometimes, I know sometimes ang nagiging challenge here na pag well-driven, there's honestly nothing wrong about partners being well-driven when it comes to achieving their goals. But remember, you also have to understand the underlying message here. Bakit ginagawa ninyo yan? I know there's a very good solid plan for the future, for both of you, for love to grow. For love to grow. Okay, so we're growing love here. Hindi lang yung foundation yung pinapalakas natin. There are times kasi that I'm starting to feel a little conflict just because both are well-driven when it comes to work. Na parang, you have to be, anak. Ay, shushikala. Okay. So, there is an opportunity for you to be, both of you to be reminded na oo nga, nakukuha nga natin yung mga pang-investment natin sa goals, dreams, and aspirations natin. But remember, yung investment nyo rin sa isa't isa is a strong foundation of love, understanding, trust, etc. May times na kapag when we're talking about our career and we're very centered with our goals, there is an opportunity for us to miss out. Not just the fun part, because you know how to have fun, eh. But sometimes if it gets too much, if the pressure gets too much, sometimes we can be a little too hard on each other. We can be a little too hard on each other, and that may also inflict pain sa inyong dalawa. Because remember, yes, nagtutulungan kayo, pero also you are your own support system. You are your own support system. Anchor ninyo yung isa't isa in times of blessings and in times that both need to work hard. Now, equally, sabi ko nga eh, maganda yung you're both steering on the same direction. Halimbawa, nasa isang bangka kayo, no? But when both steer on one direction, it's gonna be very efficient. It's gonna be very efficient. But remember, kung in a physical sense, if you both are rowing, there will be times that either one of you or both of you may feel a little tired because nakakapagod yan. Diba? Remember how you will be with each other in times that when one party is weak, the other's responsible for you to care for the other. But then again, paano kung pareho kayong a little needing the energy and then sino yung mag-give way? And that can be a little challenge. But I know that this is something that has improved na. But the thing is, how mindful are you to continue on that? Because this is what this card is telling na naman. The Death card is a very good reminder na natutunan nyo na yan in the past. Okay? But it does not exclude the fact that these are still lessons that continuously needed to be reminded of, not just for you, but sa lahat ng nasa relationship. It will always have to come as a package. Na oo nga, nagawa natin before, pero how to be mindful to continuously have that kasama yung sa tinatrabaho. Hindi pwedeng isang beses mo lang siya may manifest o isang beses mo lang siya magagawa. Hindi naman tayo magpapalit ng partner, di ba? So in short, makuha natin siya once, but if it worked, it has to continuously work for us to really say na oo nga, our teamwork is working. But in terms of the second card, this is a very good card of new beginnings because this is the Fool, okay? The Fool is a very good card because we are talking about great beginnings here. Biro mo na end na yung chapter na you need to work on that and then it allows you for new beginnings. Anong tawag dito? Actually, yung makukuha ninyo is a good opportunity para makapagpanimula pa tayo dun sa sa mga ating goals, dreams, and aspirations. So maganda, maganda. And of course, we have six of Pentacles is your end card. And imagine that. Dito siya, kasi alam ko yung iniipon nyo, you know, it's really gonna be for the greater good. Eventually, you're saving it up only to give it as a very good blessing. And that means you're both doing well. My say, it's November, December, sold na yan. Congratulations as early as now. And when you get to achieve your goals, you'll be surprised. Kung ano yung na-expect natin. Halimbawa, ito yung na-expect natin just a little lower, but may hit yan. Okay? In short, kung gusto nyo to go above that and then do more hard work. Okay? Charity work will also help us even more. And syempre, kung gusto nyo pang mas maging solid yan, parang yung reminder ko dun sa first participant natin, syempre, magmahalan lagi. In all aspects of life natin, dapat maging consistent tayo. So, therefore, I'm going to congratulate you with all the great work that you've given for this year. Next year, you'll be surprised, it's gonna be tougher for your first start. So in short, humugot na ng maraming motivation on this year's performance because next year you'll be surprised first quarter will be a little bit challenging. Kakapasok lang, breaking news, okay? But thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Congratulations again. Paki-update mo ako kapag na-manifest mo na ito, ha? Kayong dalawa ng partner nyo. And ngayon pa lang, again, congratulations sa inyo. So, my name again is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Kung gusto niyo po mag-participate, libre lang po. And by the way, tulungan nyo na ako din. Isa na lang, subscribe nyo na isa para maging 1K na siya. Tingnan ko nga, I wanna see lang. Kinikilig ako, sige na. Ay, shush. Nag-1K na! Yay! Thank you po. Yay! Oh my gosh! Thank you! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You deserve a performance today. Gagalingan pa natin yung reading. Sige, mamaya na yung chismis dahil nag-1K na tayo. Busy-busy tayo dito. Magpo-provide lang tayo ng yung help all throughout. Okay, so sige na. Ay, nakakatuwa naman. Okay, so eto na. Dire-diretso na tayo. Mary, hello. Ay, thank you naman. Ay, Mary Rose. Ay, thank you naman. Thank you, chat. Thank you, master. Ayan. Maraming maraming salamat, everybody. Diyos ko po. Oh my gosh. Kakatuwa naman. Ah, ma, thank you. Sobrang thank you. Nakakasaya naman. Oh my God. Salamat po. Salamat po. Yay! Ay, okay. Eto na. May essay writing yung next participant natin. Teka lang. 'Pag may English, okay. Akala ko puro English eh. Baka palaban tayo sa English kung essay writing. Okay, sabi niya, "Hi master, namaskaram. Namaskaram din sa'yo. I know I should always trust the process and God's ay sabi ko na English eh, buti joke lang. I know I should always trust the process and God's perfect timing, pero tanong ko lang po, mabibiyayaan po kaya kami ng anak? Okay. May pakiramdam po kasi ako na may something with my health or even my husband's, andun din yung pressure kahit pa sabihin namin pareho na hindi kami magpapadala sa pressure. Salamat po and God bless you always. Dear Ate Charo. Ay, joke lang. Okay. Gusto ba na gusto mag-conceive? Meron tayong paraan diyan. And alam mo, anong tawag dito? Just to give you a little snippet. Anong tawag dito? Since the the story of Bessie and Den has always been it's been out, okay? Na if you haven't watched yung love story ng as Den and Jen tied the knot just last week, alam mo yun, if you watch the episodes, na-build yung pinaka-story, of how their initial plan was to have a baby and they were having a lot of challenges physically kasi parang si Jen, basically si Bessie, nahihirapan siya mag-conceive. Nahihirapan din siya to really conceive dahil both of them, imagine them, they're doing many things. Okay, they're doing many things. As celebrities, they're doing many things. And hindi pa, I have never been exposed to the showbiz life, not until I've met those two. Na because our relationship has grown deeper. More than friends, we're now family. And so, I got to see the whole story. And alam mo, kung maaalala po ninyo, last year, while we were experiencing pandemic, around this time, naalala niyo po na merong may isang malakas na bagyo na nangyari last year. In the middle of pandemic, napaka-tragic ng story no, na in the middle of pandemic and then we started getting medyo devastating na typhoon. And there were a lot of controversies as well sa mga relief goods. And ang ginawa ni Jen tsaka ni Den, they organized a charity work. They came up with Star Truck and I participated there as well. Naki-repack ako ng mga goods. And imagine, anong tawag dito? And hindi ko pa alam yung plano nung dalawang yun. Hindi ko pa alam yung plano nila. Pero nung December, sinabi ko na sa kanila, sabi ko, alam mo, napakaganda nitong gagawin ninyo energetically and how God, and because wala naman nakakaligtas kay God. Wala nakakaligtas when it comes to karma. Okay? So that means, imagine mo how selfless these two people are for them to reach out to many of their friends, kila Dr. Vicky Bello, ang dami ding celebrities na tumulong. Ang dami. But both of them initiated this huge help for the country. For the country. Yung charity work nila is for the country. And then sabi ko sa kanila, hindi ko pa alam yung plan nila. Sabi ko sa kanila, alam mo, whether you like it or not, whether you expect it or not, whether hilingin nyo o hindi, malaking balik nito. Dahil malaking selflessness ang pinakita ninyo sa buong Pilipinas. Imagine you coming up, and I'm telling you ang laki din ang nilabas ng dalawang yun out of their own pockets. Para lang makatulong. Out of their the goodness and the kindness of their heart. And hindi yun, napaka-agad sinabi ko sa kanila, whether you like it or not, a blessing is coming. Whether you like it or not, pag humiling kayo, ibibigay. Whether you expect it o hindi, trust me, dadating. And then the following month, this January, they requested, Marky, mag-reading naman tayo. Sabi ko, okay. And then they were both initially just in it for the business, yung ganyan. And then ang hindi nila na-mention sa'kin, sabi niya, "Actually hindi talaga 'yan yung tanong, hindi talaga business yung gusto namin ano." And then sa kanila sinabi na they want that plan. And I was like, "Okay." Sabi ko, tinignan namin on both angles. Kasi in-explain nila na they're having that challenge to conceive. But the thing is, while they're feeling challenged, they have an option. They're considering surrogacy. And so tinignan namin. So, sige. And they were thinking of 2 facilities na gagawa nun. Both facilities, kahit saan kayo pumunta, you're gonna get it. Pero out of sheer curiosity, sinabi ko kay Bessie, sabi ko, "Gusto mo bang makita kung kaya mo ng natural? Tignan lang natin," sabi ko. Then sabi na, "Oh, sige, kaya lang mahirap eh. Pero sige, tignan natin." Pero sabi ko, tandaan, nag-charity work kayo. And hindi biro-biro yung charity work mo. Sabi ko, remember, you offered it for greatest good. Hindi kayo nag-e-expect ng kapalit. And dugot pawis eh. Alam mo, pumupunta kami doon, nakapang-workout clothes kaming lahat. Kasi yung pawis namin, biro mo, pasa-pasa kami ng ganyan, di ba? Yung ganun. Actually, repacking is easy. Pero yung pinakamadugo yung pasa-pasa. Kasi bawat isang bag nun, imagine they're like worth like around at least 5 to 10 kilos ng isang pack ng gano'n, na pinapasa-pasa namin para pawis na pawis kami, ang hirap, gano'n. So, hindi siya madali. So, imagine yung truck na pinuno namin, isang buong truck, malaking-malaking truck. And then nung lumabas na it can be natural, sabi ko 'pag lumabas equally ganito, equally, may it be in the route of surrogacy or you do it the natural way, kahit ano mapagdesisyonan niyo, ibibigay 'yan. And both napagbigyan actually, both napagbigyan. So siyempre mas in-honor lang nila yung to go the natural birth kasi nga nandiyan na yung natural. That's a very good opportunity na and they want to grab it. And of course, who would not? But that is also the key dun sa gustong mag-conceive. Kung gusto niyo yung mag-conceive, the key is also charity work. Charity work. Kasi imagine mo si God parang bangko yan, di ba? Kapag may sinuksok, may maidudukot. In short, mag-invest tayo ng kindness, ng goodness. Mag-invest tayo ng maraming kabutihan sa mundo. Para pag humiling tayo, sasabihin, oh, walang problema. Ang dami mong good credit. Simple. Dami mong good credit, kindness, love, blessings you share willingly towards others. Oo ba? Dahil hindi naman madamot ang Diyos. Hindi madamot ang Diyos sa totoo lang. But syempre, just like how di ba, when inertia happens, kailangan there has to be a divine spark muna. Kailangan may gagalaw muna. It has to be this divine force, may galaw para for that motion to happen. Similarly, ganun. Kapag may debit, may credit. Kapag may push, may pull. But definitely, kailangan may igalaw muna tayong energy. And that is the energy of charity work. Now also, here is another tip. Another tip, if you would really want to conceive, you have to remember muna, kahit anong gusto nyong i-manifest, may it be love, may it be money, may it be anything, you have to first understand, ano bang gusto ko? Ano bang gusto kong ipagdasal? Ano bang gusto kong blessing na makuha? Sagutin mo muna yung tanong na yun. Pag na-determine mo na, may it be anything else, kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin as well. So in short, you cannot expect na ang itatanim mo mansanas tapos saging ang i-harvest. Hindi siya gano'n. So in short, kung ang gusto nating makuhang energy is love, magtatanim din tayo ng love. Hindi tayo magtatanim ng galit, hindi tayo magtatanim ng jealousy, hindi tayo magtatanim ng hatred, hindi tayo magtatanim ng anything na hindi natin gustong ma-harvest. So in short, kung ang gustong mabuo ay love, and then magtanim ng love. For both, hindi pwedeng yung isa lang ang tatrabaho dahil remember, both of you are responsible for this. Mabubuo yan kapag pareho kayong magtatanim ng love. So therefore, as much as you can, focus on love. And I know it's easier said than done because I'm also in a relationship. Now remember, lahat natatrabaho. Basta pareho kayo na very much committed to this. So that means, of course, there's another opportunity here. If you want to do it naturally, of course, you have to follow the birthing cycle. You have to follow. Sorry, sa kabaklaan ko, hindi ko alam yung tamang cycle. So consult your OB para malaman ng totoong birthing cycle, yung ganyan. Follow the cycle. Ibig sabihin, of course, you need to do it during the cycles. But my say, while you're doing it, that's the time na nagtatanim tayo, dun tayo mas magiging mindful kung ano itatanim natin. But again, kung mindfulness and mindfulness din talaga at kung seryoso talaga na yun ang ipagdadasal, dapat mas seryoso tayo sa pagtatanim ng maraming love. Because kung ang tinatanim lang natin is hindi love, yun lang din makukuha natin. Kung magtanim tayo ng doubt-doubt lang makukuha natin. In short, we have to be very clear, consistent dun sa itatanim natin. Just like how it is, di ba parang ang magsasaka, sometimes they feel like they're also gambling kasi ilalabas nila yung investment na yan tapos babagyuhin. Imagine that. You have to consider as if you're really an actual farmer. It is not only just a gamble. Talagang aalagaan natin yung roots, yung mga tinatanim natin. Tinatrabaho yan. Hindi tayo titigil sa pag-i-invest lang ng pagtatanim. Tatrabahuhin yan continuously. So this is really my gift for you. Now that you know the tips, and if you would really want to manifest it even more, kaya ko na, may mga natulungan na ako diyan, okay? Pwede natin pag-usapan 'yan offline pa if you really want to manifest it, okay? So tingnan natin. Tingnan natin ang 3 cards for you. Of course, the most definitive for that, I have one specific card that can symbolize that, and that's the Empress card. Okay? And that for me is the best indicator. Pero tingnan din natin. Okay. Ay, palaka. Oh, kita mo nga. Okay. We need to manifest nga. You have two major cards. But the first card is the very good card, pero naghahati siya dun sa last card, which is the warning card. Okay. This is the first card, the Moon card. I like the Moon card because the Moon card is a very positive card. But there is a sweet surprise that this card is offering. In the past, maganda na yung ginagawa natin kaya lang medyo bumitiw tayo sa mindfulness mindfulness. I know there are times kasi na kapag nahahaluan na yung priorities natin, and syempre, life will be life, and there will be times that life may have tendencies of distracting us from our goals, and that's what is the challenge of life is. Hindi bago yan. Parte yan sa mga lesson na dapat matututunan natin. Kasi, imagine mo kung halimbawa ang goal mo is nag-archery ka and the goal is to hit the bullseye, diba? Kung halimbawa, ang goal natin every day is to hit the bullseye. Pupunta tayo every day, we have that one shot to hit the bullseye. Diba? Paano kung ang practice natin is to really hit the bullseye and we only have one shot a day to practice that? Imagine mo. Paano kung darating yung time na nag-uumpisa tayo na sobrang focus natin? Sobrang dedicated tayo. Pero dumating yung time parang, sige na nga, parang masabi ko na lang, sige, I'll do it once. Sige, para na masabi na tapos na ako for the day, I'll do it. O sige, bukas uli. But we're losing grip dun sa mindfulness. Yun yung nangyari. Okay, yun yung nangyari. And then it started becoming a little extra difficult because look at this card. It's 5 of Wands. And then tinan mo yung reflection niyan. I know, and it started to feel a little extra challenging. Okay? And then the warning card actually, okay. My recommendation as well is to see a doctor. My advice is to really check more of sale on sa babaeng side, okay? That this is the Tower, this is the warning card, but most specifically napafocus ako dito in this whole, which may initially resonated the female reproductive system. I want you to visit the doctor and see. You have to see first what we need to see first muna dun sa on your end. Because makorek natin dyan, it will be easier. But do not be afraid to go through some procedures. But my say, if you want to manifest this, kayang ibigay yan. But hindi ka naman bibigyan ng dalawang major card kung wala, if we cannot turn it around. My say, if you really want to manifest this, focus on charity work, focus on the love, and then we can make it happen. Pero sabi ko nga manifesting is one, but maintaining it is another. The lesson in the past, you should never lose your grip. Kumbaga, eyes on the prize. Kung gusto talaga, dapat consistent. Kung gusto talaga din, dapat kailangan talaga. Hindi siya papatunayan natin because again, may tinatrabaho talaga yan Oftentimes, the only thing that is left for us is to remain consistent. Dun tayo na, that's how we fell short sa consistency. And the more we become consistent, mas pino-prove natin talaga na we just don't we all deserve it. We all deserve it. It's only a matter of timing. Pero tandaan natin na the more we become very consistent, the more that we're really telling the universe, kaya ako consistent kasi I'm ready. Kaya ako consistent kasi I know para sa amin yan. And kaya kami consistent kasi kahit alam namin, it can be a little too challenging because we are grateful, because we are creating love. We are here to create love and you stick to that. We can talk about this more offline if you would want to really find ways to manifest this. May mga special recommendations din ako sa'yo. Okay? And I'm telling you, charity work. As much as you can, offer charity work. Before you do your charity work, gagawin ko po tong charity work na to para makapag-produce kami ng baby, ng love. Ganon. And then do your charity work. And you do that consistently. And my suggestion is kayong dalawang mag-asawang gumawa niyan. The more you both do this, the more you become committed to this, mas ibibigay yan. And again, see a doctor. Okay? Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Welcome everybody. My name is Marky Mendoza. May time pa tayo. I am a Reiki master and teacher and a intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. Sagot ko po ang mga reading na, ay, hello, Fatima, uy, maraming salamat naman. Thank you. Ay, oy, Emerald, I really am so fascinated with your username. Maraming salamat sa mga nakiki-celebrate sa atin. Ay, nakakatuwa naman, nag-1K na tayo. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, trabaho na tayo. Mamaya na ako dadrama. But again, before I forget, lahat ng mga listeners and viewers natin ngayon, please stay. Konti na lang yung time natin, but please stay because you will have an opportunity to join our monthly raffle. And again, you've heard it right. Monthly raffle po ito. This is really one of the perfect ways para mas makatulong pa kami. So that continuously Reiki with Mark. Di ba ginagawa natin? We are very consistent with the charity work as well. Dapat dun yun dun yun nakikita. Hindi ako magtuturo na hindi ko ginagawa. Okay, hindi ako magtuturo na hindi ko ginagawa. And tinan mo, slowly but surely, pinapagbigyan tayo ni God the more we become consistent. Tingnan ninyo, ilang buwan ko rin tinrabaho ang 1K na yan. Since March, imagine mo yung consistency na binigay ko dyan. And then, nakukuha ko na siya. Doon pa lang, dapat nakikita nyo na inspiration doon. It works. It definitely works. Pero syempre, nag-work yan dahil sa inyo. Kaya maraming salamat sa inyo. So, trabaho na tayo. Okay. Para marami pa tayo matulungan. Okay. Ayun. Okay. Ayun. Okay. Very good. Next. Okay. Yun. Ay, first timer. Thank you naman. May first timer po tayo. Hello po. Ask ko lang po sana ano pong maswerteng araw or petsa po ng paglipat ng bahay ngayong December 21. Alam mo, even without getting cards, it's December 13. Ang bilis, sorry. From December 13, the luckiest is from December 13 up to 15. Okay? December 13 up to 15. Pag lumagpas ka na ng konti doon, sabi mo kasi yung pinakaswerte. Hindi na maibig sabihin hindi na swerte. But if you're asking for the date na talagang pinakaswerte, taon mo siya ng 13 to 15. Therefore, I wanna tell you, the idea itself na lilipat ng bahay is already a blessing. Pero if you're just asking kung ano specific date, without batting an eyelash, December 13 to 15. Okay? Pero not if you feel like you wanted to do after that, let's say no matter what happens when you check your schedules and you feel like it's a little less doable on those dates, okay lang. Sinabi mo lang naman yung best eh. Ang pinaka-stretch mo is December 21. So in short, you have between December 13 up to 21. The luckiest is between December 13 up to 15. Yun lang ang tanong. Congratulations! I'm so happy for you. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Ang cute naman no, nagtatanong lang ng date, pero napakamagandang milestone na nga yun for you to have that opportunity na na maglipat ng bahay. Congrats ha, congrats. And syempre kapag nagawa mo siya within those days, paalam mo naman sa atin. I-update mo kami. And because alam mo kinikilig ako, just like I've shared this a couple of sessions ago, I mentioned that yung meron akong mga right that same day, dalawa ang nag-update sa mga nabasahan ko nang talagang yung isa doon I wanna share, sabi niya, Marky, sinabi mo sa akin na magkakaroon ako pipirma ako ng kontrata, bagong trabaho in 3 months time. And alam mo sa totoo lang nung time na yon parang natatagalan na ako, parang nawalan na ako ng pag-asa because I was filled with so much rejection na nawalan na ako ng pag-asa kung may kukuha pa sa akin. Pero you're right, at exactly the third month, hindi ko siya hinanap. Sila mismo yung tumawag sa akin and then nakuha ko na yung trabaho. So thank you. Natutuwa ako 'pag shine-share natin yung mga ganyang ano, 'pag ina-update niyo ako sa mga nababasa ko na energy sa inyo. Pero alam mo, hindi naman din ako equally happy kung ang mga binibigay ko ay mga warning and then may chance tayo to improve it, pero yun nga, hindi natin masyadong na-improve. Hindi naman ako natutuwa nung gano'n. But of course, siyempre, that's really part of the learning process, eh. I want us to keep taking the inspiration from everybody. Na I want us na continuously, the more that you become comfortable sa ating mga sessions, kahit na hindi kayo yung directly binabasahan ko, kunin ninyo yung mga magagandang bagay. Kunin ninyo and i-apply ninyo yung mga magagandang bagay. And then make sure na when you encounter these similar experiences in the future, or maybe you're going through the same thing, at least you're very much equipped. It does not hurt to try. Kasi alam mo, sa totoo lang po, paano po ba natin talaga mame-measure kung tama yung mga or effective yung may mga guidance na binibigay ko? Mate-test lang natin yung kapag ginawa ninyo. And take the inspiration from what I'm doing. Sabi ko nga, I'm talking about consistency. Yun ang pinapakita ko sa inyo. I was telling you the difference between working hard and not being able to be consistent about it. Ito yung pinapakita ko sa inyo. Lahat po ng mga advice na binibigay sa inyo, sarili ko mismo ina-apply ko yan. Kaya naman, magtulungan lang tayo continuously. So, yung next naman po natin na ating tingnan na natin yung ating next. Okay. Ay, teka, umusod na umusad. Ano nangyari? Ayan. Okay. Ayan, okay. Teka. Teka. Okay, ayun. Okay. Ayun. Umusod kasi ng umusod. Ayan, okay. Okay. Next. Namaskaram, sir. Namaskaram din sa'yo. Sir, ang tanong ko po is sa love life naman. Babalik pa ba, ay, may pangalan. Babalik pa ba si something? And si something ang taong sabi niya gusto niya ako kaso hindi niya siya nag-reply ever. Akala ko ba gusto ka niya? Anong tawag dito? Okay, without batting an eyelash, anong tawag dito? I know there are times na meron talaga tayong minsan, not just sa love life but sometimes kasi meron talaga tayong mga plans, meron talaga tayong plans na parang come what may. Kahit parang you and me against the world, basta na mindset na natin, oftentimes yun talaga yung mahirap ma-break, no? Kasi naka-mindset na tayo eh. Kumbaga, sa plano, na itagana natin sa bato. Okay? I know that feeling. Hindi ka nag-iisa sa ganyan, 'no? Kapag lalo na kung medyo OC tayo, pero ito na yung plano ko, nakaset na yung ganun. I know how it feels, okay? But siyempre, remember, in terms of relationship, it's so easy to do that kung halimbawa, ang tinatrabaho mo lang ay sarili mo. Halimbawa, your own dreams, your own goals, your own aspirations, your own health, anything about you, kapag sarili mo lang ang trabaho, kung ikaw lang ang kailangan trumabaho doon, it's so easy to do that, okay? But the thing is, if it's a two-way street, okay, you cannot clean the other party's end, or you cannot take care of the other party's end kasi that's their own responsibility. So we can only do as much. We can only do as much. So ganito ha, anong tawag dito? I will get the cards for you, but I'm telling you, here is another thing. Pwede kasi, and remember the cards will always reflect yung sagot natin, but at the same time, oftentimes, kapag lumabas yung sagot natin, whether it's favorable o hindi, kapag naka-mindset na tayo, that is also a deal breaker. Okay? And there is no judgment what kind of mindset yun na process natin because we all go through that. So my only direction for you is that no matter ano po ang lalabas sa ating directions here by the tarot cards, if you are still firm that you are happy, na you're really wanting to push for it, walang masama. Walang masama. Okay? Basta you have to remember, this is a two-way street. The least thing you would want to happen, parang yung isang ano natin kanina, yung isang participant natin, there are certain people kasi na who prefer to portray roles in the relationship. I'm a steady giver because that is a way for me to express my love. Or yung isa naman finds happiness and joy in receiving. Equally, those are roles that we are all capable of doing. It's always going to be a give and take. Okay? So tingnan natin. So again, kung ano man ang lalabas dito, at the end of the day, kung ano man ang preference mo, honestly, walang masama doon. Walang masama. If you still want to wait for the person o hindi, okay lang. If you feel like this is gonna be an eye-opener for you, then I'm telling you that you are lahat may plan sa atin yung Diyos, di ba? It also pays off if we are able to flow. Alam mo, yung tinasabi nilang go with the flow, alam mo oftentimes, ang lagi kong sinasabi diyan, ang often na sinasabi ko diyan is that ano, ang often na sinasabi ko, nawala tuloy ako. ito, ito, si baby kasi ginugulo ako, anong tawag dito? Niloloko ako nito ni baby. So yung kape ko, often oftentimes, it doesn't matter what our own plans are. Kasi naglalaro sila ni Kala eh. Di ba? Ang cute-cute kasi nitong dalawang to eh. So, it doesn't matter what our own plans are. What matters is what God's plans for us are. Ang dami bang R? Ang dami, ang dami ko pa sinabi R. So, nag-buffet ako ng mga R, sorry. But yun nga, ang plano sa atin ni God, yun ang mas mananaig. What is this? Oh, okay. Wow. Well, teka. Ang tanong natin dito is kung babalik. Okay? We have two major cards. Okay? So, well, I'm going to read what's based here. Kung ang tanong ay may chance ba to improve it? May chance ba to improve it? Teka, para ba to dun sa tao? Hindi. Okay, but okay. Okay. Woof! God's plans. Ito na naman tayo. Two major cards. So ito, here is the lesson here. In a nutshell, kahit hindi ko pa nire-reveal sa iyo what these cards are about, if the question is, may nakalaan ba sa atin? Meron. Meron. Is it the person na sinabi mo? Without batting the eyelash, it's not. It's not. Pero may nakalaan sa atin, and here is why. First of all, we have the first major card. This is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the teacher card. It's not only the teacher, it is a lesson. That means when we go through our goals of being in a relationship, first of all, we have before, especially if we are moving forward into a new relationship, learning is the most important thing to to embrace because parang ano 'yan, 'di ba? Para tayong may ano eh, para tayong lilipat ng bahay. Okay, lilipat tayo ng bahay, alam mo maganda yung bahay, maganda experiences no'n, but you would want to learn from your experiences sa dating bahay. No matter what was the reason nga kailangan mo umalis, may lesson na kailangan matutunan, okay? And yung mga yon, bibitbitin mo yon sa bagong journey na yon. Learning from your past will entail that you are wanting to be wiser with your decisions, with your outcome in life. Oftentimes, I'm telling you, there are people talaga na madaling makapag-manifest, not just in love life, but many things kaya ma-manifest because they're equipped with wisdom. I'm telling you, if there's only one thing na gusto kong matutunan mo, is to accept that you are whole, na hindi ka isang tao na nabubuhay lang because merong umaalalay sa'yo. You are very independent. You are self-sufficient. Honestly, with or without somebody else's help, there's so much happiness. There's so much blessing sa katawan mong yan. Your mind, body, and soul exudes that, and that's what this card is about. And look at the second card. This is the Eight of Pentacles. Pero tinan mo yung hard work. And I see you're working hard for it. You're working hard not just be in a relationship. In all aspects, you know how to work hard. But oftentimes, you may fall short and really judging what your worth is because nagiging dependent tayo on what others will declare what your worth is. I'm quoting again one of my favorite books, Stephen Chbosky's Perks of Being a Wallflower. We accept the love we think we deserve, but that's the key. Yung line na what we think we deserve, it's just a gray area there kasi nga sometimes what we think we deserve will always come from other people's perspective. Iba yung perspective nila versus your own perspective because this is you, your life, your body, your own soul that you get to know for the longest time that you're existent. Kilalang kilala mo yung sarili mo, so do not fall short in really declaring what your worth is. Because you know what? Once you get to learn your self-worth, once you get to appreciate yourself with or without anyone, pag na-appreciate mo yung sarili mo, then this will come. This is the star. This is the card of inspiration. But in specifically answering yung person na sinasabi mo, specifically not that. Because again, you deserve someone who will always be there with or without you asking them to. Just like how you are. Equally, you deserve something that is equally the same and even more. Do not second guess if there's gonna be someone who can be like that, just like way how you love a person. Of course there is. But be very patient. Hintayin mo ng second to third week of March. Wear red. Okay? If ever, second to third week of March, in between those times, wear red. That's gonna be a very lucky color for you when you wear red. Makikilala mo siya. Okay? But my say to answer this question briefly, kahit na hindi man ito yung specifically what you are planning for yourself, ang mahalaga, God's plans will always prevail. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Ay, ano naman natin. Time check tayo. We have 10 minutes left before we end our show. I'll entertain one more question and then be ready with your names because it's time for us to share our blessings, yung raffle entry natin. Alam niyo na. So stay. Last 10 minutes and then last question tayo. And then it's now time for us to key in our names para makapag-participate tayo sa ating mag-participate tayo sa ating mga winners for tonight, syempre. Ayun! Ay, may bagong tayo, participant tayo. Ay, pero teka, yung anong tawag dito? Ayan. Wow, may bagong participant tayo. Thank you naman. Good evening. I just want to ask if being a doctor is right for me. Oh my gosh. Ay, gagalingan ko dito. I badly want it someday actually. I'm currently a third-year med student, but of course, sometimes you're questioning capabilities, lack of confidence, and fears always there. I'm anxious about my career. Alam mo, I feel you. I feel you na nakakatakot yan because it's such a great dream. Okay? It's such a great dream. It's such a selfless career to take, honestly. You're talking about yung investment mo. Imagine mo, kailangan may experience ka na consistent, wala kang tulog. Hindi madali. And you're up for it. And so let me bless you. You're gonna get that. You're gonna become a doctor. Believe it or not, you're gonna become a doctor. You're gonna become a doctor, and that's without a shadow of a doubt. Even without getting cards, you're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a doctor because there's so much willingness for you. Na kahit hirap na hirap ka na at nasasaktan ka na, you're still there. Hindi naman yung sinasabi mo dito is, sir, ano ko na po kasi ang hirap eh. No, you're very honest. Oo nga, ang hirap po. And nakaka-overwhelm po yung fear. And I feel that because nothing so great can come so easy. But let me bless you on that. You're gonna become a doctor, believe it or not. Because alam mo ba, yung pamangking ko din is really dreaming of becoming a doctor herself. And I have so much faith in her. And I really love her because I've seen her dedication because she never lost that goal. In fact, every year it becomes stronger. I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be a doctor. Even if the odds may seem against her favor, if you trust and believe that, and if you become very, very consistent with it, but hindi ibibigay, of course, charity work, patience, love, and the hard work come into play, that will add more to this energy. But I'm telling you, I'm blessing you. You're gonna become a doctor. Congratulations sa'yo, doktora. And all there is for you to really accept that this is really meant for you. I know there is fear. I know there is doubt. But then again, wala namang hindi nakakatakot. Kahit naman first day of school, it can be a little, anything, the fear of the unknown will always present itself. May it be this that you're dreaming of becoming a doctor, or may it be anything else na gusto mong makuha sa life mo. Nothing so huge can come so easily na hindi siya otherwise edi dapat lahat yan na nakuha. Okay, so I understand. But then again, for you dedicating your life, and then with the things that you know that you're gonna go through, these are sacrifices worth waiting for. And do not worry. Every time that you are in a point of questioning, every time that you are in a point of doubting and fear that is really there, I want you to know that God is always there with you, no matter what. When you feel fear, when you feel doubt, when the self confidence is lost somewhere, I want you to know that God is always there to be there for you, to help you and to push through with this dream of yours. Especially for people who are aiming for greater good. Imagine you are doing this to save people's lives. Not everybody is in the same path. So let me bless you. That us too. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays, and that is it for our session for tonight. Just in time for us, you know how it is. It's time for Reiki with Marky to really give back. Please key in your name sa lahat po ng gustong mag-participate sa ating raffle for December. And mapakita ko lang sa inyo yung ating napakahabang listahan ng ay, teka, paano ko ba aanuhin to? Napakaliwanag naman, against the light. Pero ito, napakahaba na yung listahan ng mga nakasali natin. Let me just siyempre first honor naman si Ayen, okay. Teka, tonight is November 23. Teka lang, November 23. Okay, so yung okay, Arian Estrada. Arian Estrada. And this is me announcing that our next Tarot Tuesdays next week, we're gonna go with the live draw ng ating ng December winners natin. Ayan, Theodore Patena. Hi Theodore, it's the first time I've seen your name, so welcome po. Thank you for participating tonight. And welcome to Reiki with Marky. Sana po nagustuhan ninyo yung session natin tonight. Sorry, Patena. Hi Cha. I'm so happy, ang dami mong entries. Okay. Alma Magmanlak. I feel like I've seen your name na before here. Parang may entry ka rin dito, if I'm not mistaken. Teka, I know I've seen your name before. Baka sa last one. Teka nga. Okay, basta I really know I've seen your name before. Pero thank you, Alma, that's noted. Michelle, hello, Michelle, ayan. Michelle Samia Faro. Yun. Okay, next. Key in your names. Love the way you read. May I ask what deck you're using? Ito po. If you're wondering what my tarot deck that I'm using tonight, this is the Golden Tarot of the Czar. This is the featured tarot deck for this month, and for December we will be using a different tarot deck. By the way, if you haven't seen the weekly tarot reading, medyo okay naman this week, pero marami pa ring mindfulness, syempre, no? If you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, this is still Tuesday. Ano ba yung, may ano tayo, bukas is gonna be a good day. Tomorrow is gonna be a good day. So watch out for blessings tomorrow. Okay, so pero syempre key in your name sa lahat ng gusto mag-participate sa ating raffle. Ayan, Maribel. Ayan, yung kapangalan ng aking nanay. Ayan. Thank you, Maribel. Lagi ka na. The Princess of Mega World, Rain Zafra, of course. Magkikita tayo tomorrow dahil may personal reading tayo. Ayan si Annalyn. Si Annalyn, very good yan. Napakadaming entries na And di ba, Annalyn, nanalo ka from last month? Habol ulit. Of course, Jeffrey Del Rosario. Ayun. And oo nga, si Jeff nakahabol yan kasi may entry ka din. Tama, last week ba? The other week. Is it? Noong November 16, may entry ka. Yun, daming entries ni Jeffrey. Ayan, very good yan. Very good. Okay, syempre key in your name sa lahat ng gusto mag-participate in tonight's session. Make sure na, anong tawag dito? I wanna say hi din. Special shout out kay Kay Laura, hello Laura, kanina nag-reading kami, may personal reading session kami na ni Laura. Hi Laura, na-miss na kita. Kanina ang saya ng reading natin. Ayan, okay. O, sige, key in your names, everybody who wants to join our raffle. And by the way, thank you ulit. We finally reached our first goal, 1,000 subscribers. Maraming salamat po from the bottom of our hearts. Ay, maraming salamat for the continued support. Siyempre, hindi titigil dito ang pagtulong ng Reiki with Marky. Sabi ko nga us going live every Tuesday nights. And by the way, Thursday nights, if you're also interested, by the way, in hearing mga supernatural stories, marami akong baon ng mga supernatural stories. If you're also interested with that, manood kayo ng Thursday schedule natin. Kasi even na Thursday schedule, every time we go live, syempre, may chance kayo to win our prizes. Okay? So manood din kayo. Laura, hello. Good morning. Oo, nakahabol ka. Kita ko 'yan. And nakita ko din ang entry mo. Okay? So thank you. Kanina lang magkasama tayo, 'di ba? Laura. We had the personal reading session and Laura is a fellow Filipina and she is in NZ in New Zealand. Okay? So Kiwi na 'yan. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm so alam mo every time na I get to meet people, that's the beauty of technology and in the time of pandemic talaga. It opened doors for me to meet not just I don't treat them as just clients, you know. I know every single person that I meet. We are meant to really cross paths in this lifetime. And I'm very honored each time na nakakatulong ako and the beauty of technology, 'di ba? Mary Rose, hi! Si Mary Rose. Siyempre naman, dami na ring entry yan ni Mary Rose. Last week, nakapasok din yan. Mary Rose Bacolod. Yan. So again, if you want to participate in our raffle entry, next week, we're gonna be drawing the new winners and we're giving away. Watch out! Because I'm feeling extra generous. So meron tayong super surprise for our raffle next week. So stand by dahil marami akong honestly, I'm not gonna give a number sa gusto kong ipamigay na na prizes for next week. Kaya expect na maraming chances tayong mapapanalunan. Hello, Monique! Hello, Monique. Monique Tamparong. Okay, so of course, sali natin yan si Monique Tamparong. And by the way, it's just the first time that I see you, no? So, welcome. Thank you for joining, ha? And balik ka uli. Siyempre, sa lahat po na naka-enjoy ng session natin tonight, balik po tayo para mas marami pa. Kasi the more we become comfortable na sometimes you feel, parang silang plaka, di ba? Because that's the time that we get to remember. Remember yung ABCs natin, kaya tayo naging comfortable because batang parang tayo, kinakanta natin ang kinakanta, remember, until ma-memorize natin and we get to really appreciate everything. Kasi paulit-ulit. So huwag tayong matatakot sa mga paulit-ulit na lessons because that's really the time that we embody these lessons, okay? So, send in your names pa everybody. I know there's much names here kasi ilan pa lang nalilista ko dito. There's 12 pa lang. Ang dami nyo dyan. So, key in your names. And then, next week, I'm telling you, marami akong gusto yung pamigay na prizes for our December workshops. What a perfect time to celebrate because we started hitting our 1K mark. Tsaka you know what I like about when we started getting the 1K? Kasi pwede na ako mag-live sa phone ko. And now kasi I'm using my laptop. So imagine if we anytime na we would want that, 'di ba? Minsan kasi ang hassle ko isang buong laptop, no. Madali na tayong mag-update. I'll just use my phone anytime and you know. So mas madali na mag-live. Yeah. Si Laura. Oh, so mamaya alam mo na napakaganda pa naman ng reading namin ni Laura kanina. So, again, sa lahat ng gusto mag-participate, by the way, alam mo, I wanna touch base with everyone. One of the things that we are also planning, kasi tignan mo, kailan lang tayo nagchichismisan, kapag end ng show na, tsaka lang tayo nagchichismisan. Gusto ko yung soul na parang chismisan lang talaga tayo all throughout. I'm going to create a Zoom meeting sa lahat ng mga gustong mag-participate. Imagine mo, nagmo-monologue ako ng 2 oras dito. Gusto ko naman kayong marinig. 2 oras ako nagmo-monologue each time. Na parang binabasa ko ng comments nyo, di ba? And I'm used to it. I like it, honestly. Pero syempre, no, para naman yung talagang interaction natin, mas maganda yan. So, one of these days, I'm going to set up a Zoom session with all of our, kumbaga mag-touch base naman tayo, magkamustahan tayo. And you can also tell me, you can ask me anything as well. If you want me to read for you, okay lang yun. I'll dedicate time for that. So, i-plan lang natin yan. I'll make another announcement. I want as much as possible to have this very interactive relationship with each other eh. Oo nga, kakatapos ko lang kasi ng evening prayer kaya lagi may humahabol. Oh, ikaw na. I love that. May dedication sa prayer. Kami din every night. Meron kaming ano, may specific prayers kami na ginagawa. And this also is a very good practice na ano na to continuously maintain this relationship with God, no. The more that we have time for prayers, we strengthen our relationship para lalo tayong madaling ano sagutin ang mga panalangin natin. The more we establish our relationship with God, the more na mas ano, the more na mas na nasasagot ang mga panalangin natin, 'di ba? Inaaliw niyo ako, hindi niyo nilalagay yung names niyo. Humahaba yung monologue ko dito. Ang dami pa kayong dito. There, I have 12 here, pero ang dami niyo diyan. So key in your names sa lahat ng gusto pa mag-participate in our December raffle. Okay? So key in your names, just first and last name. And next Tuesday, I'm going to figure out nga how I can do it. Kasi last time, bit-bit ko lang yung iPad ko here, yung ano, yung randomizer, pinapakita ko lang dito. But let me see if I can do that at the same time. Or I believe I'm gonna have to use StreamYard for that. StreamYard can be a very good option. But sige, planuhin namin ng ano, ng team namin yan. But yun nga, please key in your name sa lahat ng gusto pang mag-ano. I'll give you 2 more minutes para sumali sa entry natin. Baka naman may sumama kanina dun sa ano, dun sa, teka, teka. Okay, baka if ever kasi I know some of you hindi makapag-comment here because si YouTube most comfortable siyang gamitin kapag Chrome kasi Google. Kasi under Google 'yan. So, if you're not using Chrome o kaya if you're under Safari, if you have an iPhone, more often than not, medyo limited yung what you can do. So if you want, if you can type in or can key in here sa ating ano sa comment section, you can send me a message here. I'll give you 2 more minutes so that we can receive your ano. Thank you so much. Welcome naman. Welcome. Syempre. Bless you. Ayun na si Doktora. Okay, 'di ba? Yung last participant natin. Okay. So kapit lang, mag-aral ng maigi at huwag may panghihinaan ng loob ha, Doktora. And you know what, to manifest this, alam mo, you can put every time you write your name, lagyan mo ng doctor, lagyan mo ng MD. That's the best way to manifest that because the best way to manifest it is really, alam mo yung book ng The Secret? Ganon. It really works, manifestation. But you know, manifestation is nothing without action. You have to equally work hard for it. Okay? So, last minute, 1 more minute. So key in your name sa lahat ng gusto mag-participate in our December raffle. And again, I want to remind everybody to watch our weekly tarot reading. Tomorrow is a very good day. Actually, it's a very good day tomorrow. It's our first major card tomorrow natin yun. So you're up for such great blessings tomorrow. Nakaka-excite yan. And anong tawag dito? Meron din tayong warning days actually. If I can remember clearly, Thursday and Friday. Yeah, Thursday and Friday is a warning day. Not too heavy, honestly. Pero, if there's one message for this week, it's actually self-doubt. Okay? Naalala ko tuloy yung reading session ko kanina. Okay, in general, this week, by the way, yung there's a general feeling of self-doubt na mararamdaman. And I'm not bulletproof on this, sa totoo lang. But don't worry. Sometimes, the only thing that sometimes pushes us or to snap out of it is when we realize, when we feel something and we don't have fair enough reason for us to believe na, ba't ko ba nararamdaman to? May talagang rason ba ako for me to feel this? If when you realize na wala, then it's just that, like the weather of the day. Dadaan lang din yan. But we're meant to keep experiencing it anyway. Okay, just a few moments. Okay, last chance for you to key in your names. Going once, twice. Ay, ayan na, si Miss Rain. Ay, sus, Miss Rain. Ay, sus. Ay, si self-doubt. Ay, sus, tinamaan na naman sa ano. It's just this week. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Okay? Okay, that is it for our session for tonight. Again, I'm very, very grateful. What a milestone that we experienced today and what a great way to celebrate this with you. Lahat kayo tonight. Maraming salamat. We all made history. And I want to look back in the next years that we're going to be doing this. I want to look back in this day that we made our first milestone. And what a perfect way to celebrate it. Nakasama kayo tonight. Maraming salamat for the continuous love and support. This is to uh, continuously broaden our relationship together, to continuously help, love, and support each other. Expect na marami pa kaming maitutulong sa inyo, kaya huwag kayong makakalimot to always join us. Next Thursday, meron na naman tayong 9 to 11 session. This is gonna happen in our Facebook page. And of course, Tuesday ulit tayong Tarot Tuesdays natin. This Sunday, please watch out for our weekly tarot reading. Pero syempre, abangan din natin yung vlog nila Bessie, yung After All. That's gonna be episode 7, Gender Reveal. Team Baby Girl or Team Baby Boy, malalaman nyo yan this Friday. Stay tuned then. Thank you again, Fit and Form, for my hair. Ang ganda. Ang ganda na parang no? Parang kung nasa Star Talk, diba, si Lolit Solis nagsasabi ng mga sponsors niya. But honestly, thank you, Fit and Form, for my amazing hair. By the way, this has been Marky Mendoza again. Laging-lagi, nagpapaalala. Keep trusting the process. Maraming salamat and namaskaram, everybody. I'll see you Thursday. Have a great evening, everybody. Maraming salamat po. Rain, see you tomorrow. Alam mo yan, may reading tayo. Special mention. Okay. See you.